seen the different steps going through the writing of an expository essay. Now this is a simple essay that I've written to you, and I want you know through this essay to go step by step with me on the notes we have written on the draft. Now let's start. I said choosing an attractive title to your paragraph is something very useful in the back exam. Now, remember that we said in the topic, food safety is a major concern to people today, or to the consumers today, and what are the causes and consequences on our health as consumers. Now, I've chosen, for example, food safety to that, our major concern. So you see that I've taken this, the title, from the topic which is presented to you. Now, you can say, for example, what is food safety? Or the causes and consequences of food safety on health, or modern practices on our food. So you can choose a variety of titles to your paragraph. Now, the most important is that you respect the form. So remember, the title is written in all capital letters, capital F, capital S, capital O, L, and C. So remember, this is one of the rules of writing a title for an essay. Now, the second rule is the space. Remember the 1 space, 2 spaces, and 3 spaces. If remember, I've told you previously that when you write the paragraph, make a balance between the paragraphs. It means you must not write a long introduction and a short development. The introduction should be shorter than the development. Look, here we've got 2 lines for the introduction, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 lines for the development. Remember, I told you that the development should be 3 times or 4 times larger or more extensive than the introduction. And I told you also that the conclusion is more or less like the introduction or less than the introduction. Now, let's see now step by step how I have built this paragraph to you. Now, food safety, remember, this is the most important concern of the topic. So, I've tried now to present the topic in an introduction. Here, I didn't give you a definition, but a presentation of the topic. This is the fact. Food safety is a major worry. Remember, worry, and in the topic it was concern. So I have given another synonym to the word concern. So, food safety is a major worry, comma, today. Why, comma and comma? Because today is a time marker. And I'm writing this time marker in the middle of the sentence. So I must separate. So here we go. Food safety is a subject, is what? Is a verb, a major worry is a complement. Not complement, but which is divided of today. Because today is in the middle, is a worry to everyone in our society. So because today is in the middle, I separate with 2 commas. And this is the mechanics in the paragraphs. Again, the teachers need to correct your paragraph. We'll look at the use of the capital letters. The use, for example, of the punctuation. This is a punctuation. So we will look at, for example, at the beginning of the capital letter in the sentence, the commas separating. Now the sentence finishes with a full stop and another capital letter. So this means that I didn't write a long sentence, writing a good sentence. So food safety is a major worry today because we're in present time, to everyone in our society. It's a very simple language in which I'm telling you that this problem of safety is not just the problem of some people, but all people, whether they are rich or poor, whether they are strong or weak, whether they are in high authority or just simple citizens. Now, why? I'm giving you an argument for this. Our fears, worries, are growing day after day. are growing. It means the problems of food today, the problem is growing day after day, because the more we are consuming, the more we are facing problems. Look at this one. Due to, I told you that when we learn something, we must use it in practice. So due to is expressing cause. Remember, after due to, we use a noun. The modern practices. I can't say due to our or we consume practice. No. Due to is a cause, and after the cause there is the modern, which is the adjective, and practice, which is a noun, which is a noun phrase. So I've employed the use of due to in this paragraph, and due to the modern practices. Now, using due to the modern practices, giving a very good style to the paragraph. It means the person who is going to read my paragraph is going to have an idea that you are proficient. It means that you know very well the rules of English. Now, and I told you the best way to go from the introduction to the development is asking a question. So, are our worries reality? Question mark. It means, when we are worrying about this food safety, is it just reality or just in our imagination? It is something real or something fictional, which is imagined. Now remember, I've used the word worry, then the word fear, then come to the word worry, not to avoiding repetition. Now, through this question, I'll come to the beginning of our mind development. So, in our present society, present society, I'm not speaking about the past. The expository essay is an essay which is written in the present. So, our present society of today, because this is a place, a comfortable place in our present, there are no limits to consumption. You will see that in our society today, if you have money, you can buy anything you want. So there's no limit. And you can choose from a variety of products. There's not only one product, but many varieties of this product. So, there are no limits. Remember the congruence between the verb and the noun. There are no limits to consumption. I'm using the word that I have learned in this unit, consumption. So when you learn something, use it. Full stop. Finish with the sentence and let's start another one. The more you write subject, verb, complement, full stop, the more you avoid problems and mistakes in your essay. Full stop. Food production and processing. Now, food production comes to the farming, and food processing goes to the industry. The processing means the use of machines using the food, processing. And food production, for example, the farmers grow vegetables and fruits and they produce this product. And in the unit, in the factory, the units are processing this food. It means we're coming through a natural food, processing it into machines, into stages, then we get a bottle or a can or whatever. So, it is increasing. Now, what do we mean by this? Food production and it's increasing. Today, we are producing the maximum products. It means every day there's a new product. Every day there's a new, for example, a form of a product. So, it is increasing, full stop. Now, remember increasing, which is a gerund. Processing, which is gerund. So, remember, food production is a noun, and processing is another noun. The verb to process. For example, I don't know how to make a noun for process, because when we use and, we must add a noun to noun, production and a noun. So, I don't know, so I use ing form, processing, because I don't know the noun of the verb to process, so I put ing form. And is increasing a gerund used as a verb. So look, to what extent I am using the language that we have learned in this unit in my paragraph. It means invest the word, the lexis you are using. Thus, now, thus here, full stop, thus is an adverb of the consequence. Therefore, so, thus, the sources of worries are increasing. So So, because the food production is increasing, the worries are increasing. The more products are sold in the market, the more we have fears about these products. So, for example, using, for example, shampoos, using, for example, products for your skin, for your health, using, for example, new products, you are not really sure if they are safe or not. So, thus, it means as a consequence, the sources of worries are increasing. It's a balance going from one way to the other way. So, full stop. So, full stop, because I finished the sentence, I'm starting a new one with a capital letter. The first now source. Remember, I've introduced the source of worries, and remember that in our paragraph, we're thinking about the causes and the consequences of this worry on our health. So, I'll start now by the causes. So, the first cause, the first source, and here, look, here there's a mistake. The first source, because it is. First one, source, is. If you write an S, so by reading again, when you finish writing the paragraph, read it again. So now I'm reading it again, and I found that here there's a mistake, so I just erased the S before I hand the paper to the teacher. So the first source is, if the sources are, is industry. Our first problem with food safety is industry. Now, how? That is employing additives, so employing additives and colors to our food. Now, the food which is coming naturally from the land is taken to the factories. Now, these factories are putting them into cans, a can, or in bottles, or in glasses, or whatever. So, this food is not to be put into a can, or to be put in a bottle, or to be transformed into juice. The factory is obliged, the manager is obliged, the workers are obliged to use an additive and to use color to this product. And by this way, they are changing the natural form of the product and coming with another product which is, let's remember, it is a conventional food. It is a food which comes from the land to the factory to your consumption. So, they are employing additives and colors to our food. Such a practice, what we practice, such practices, it means adding colors, additives to the food, such practices is such a practice. Look, such a practice. Now, here there's no S, remember, so always revising the text before giving it to the teacher is a very useful way to avoid mistake. So, such a practice is leading to poisoning food and causing disease. So here I've given a cause, and automatically after the cause I've started such a practice is leading. Here is leading is a consequence of this. So when you add additives and you have colors, so you are causing disease and poisoning the food. So I've started with the cause and has given directly the consequence of this cause. Then I'll go to the second cause. Now, another source is modern farming. Remember modern farming. Farming is a noun, and I've added ing form because it's a noun. There's the verb to farm. There's no noun for farm, so we say a farm, but farming is a noun from the verb to farm. So, modern farming, full stop. Another source is modern farming, full stop. A short sentence. Today, our fruits and vegetables are plural form, are grown, passive voice, grown using fertilizers and chemicals. Today in the farm, the farmer is not using a natural way to grow vegetables. Now, why do you say are grown? Because they are grown by the farmer. In the passive voice, the farmer grow, so the fruit and vegetables are grown using what? So remember the germ, using what? Fertilizers and chemicals. So now the farmer is not using only the natural form of the land, but is adding things in the land, in the ground, to add to the fruits and to the vegetables to get a bigger or get more product. So he's adding these to the, so as a consequence, what? The direct effect, as a consequence, or the direct effect of this is, of this are the food intoxication effects, are, because of the effects, are the food intoxicating effects. Now, when you use chemicals to the plant, or to the fruit, or to the vegetable, by it you are indirectly intoxicating this product and causing a product which is not natural, which is not safe to consume. So, this is the second effect, causing what? Intoxicating effect. And besides, in addition, what? The emergence of incurable disease. So, by the same time, you are not only intoxicating food, but also leading or resulting into something that is incurable, like the cancer. So, this is the development of our program. So, we started by giving a cause and directly the consequence. Cause and consequence. Now, as a conclusion, it's high time. Do you remember the wish clause in the second part, in the second unit? So every time you're learning something, try to use it. So it's high time we as consumers, we watched. Remember, after high time, it's I wish, to always use the past tense, because never use the present after it's high time, or it's about time, or it's time. Because we are making a regret, we are making a hope. So we watched safety. Watch here, watch it, not see. Watch it means take care of our safety. It means be cautious, be careful. Watch safety, full stop. Continuing, remember the use of the gerund. Continuing is a noun here. Continuing on this track, on this way. What? Comma. Tracks will, continuing on this track, comma, we are likely to. Remember likely to? The expressing of probability. So never, I'm just giving you an advice, every time we learn something, try to use it. So we're likely to cause a multitude, a lot of, synonym of a lot of, a variety of what? Of problems. So we are not only causing problems, but and great damage to our health. Now, as you see in our society, the more we are consuming, the more we are suffering from disease. So, and this is the paragraph, and good luck for writing something similar. Thank you very much.